okay?
It's okay. I just, missed a step there.
Hmm. Alright, Iris. Your thoughts?
It's nostalgic. This place is a memorable one for me. 6 years ago, I used to come here with someone.
Someone?
I used to call him Uncle. He was a thoughtful, reliable man. I thought of him as a father. But one day, he just disappeared.
She's talking about...
Hitomi's lover.
Mm-hmm. How about this uncle?
When you asked me why I became an idol, I wasn't being entirely truthful. I told you that it was because I wanted to become famous. But more specifically, it was for Uncle. I've been looking for him for 6 years, but I didn't find him anywhere. I didn't know where else to look. So instead of me finding him, I thought that he could find me instead.
You think if you became famous, he'd contact you?
Yeah,
So that is why she became an idol.
I mean, it's also been my dream since I was little. That's a part of it, too.
So why do you use the name ASAP? Shouldn't you use your real name?
Oh no, I don't have to. He was the one who came up with the name Aset.
Oh?
He told me that if I ever became an idol, I should use that name.
About the shrine.
It's called Ikume Iribiko Isachi no Mikoto, or sometimes Ikume Tenno, or Ikume no Mikoto. There are legends about this place written in the old text. It's a shrine dedicated to the gods. The old legend goes like this. One day, Ikume Iribiko set one of his followers, Taji Momori, on an urgent quest to find a mysterious magical fruit. A fruit called Tokijiku no Kaku. It's said that eating it will grant you immortality. After many hardships, Taji Momori was able to find the fruit. But by the time he got back, Ikume Iribiko had died. Taji Momori mourned. He handed half of the fruit to the man's wife, and he left the other half on Ikume Iribiko's grave, then died on the spot. It is said that that fruit is still inside the shrine behind us.
Really? Fruit of immortality.
Yes.
Immortality, huh?
Not interested?
No, not really. I'd rather have normality than immortality.
Oh, what are you looking at?
A flower over there.
Flower?
You can't see it from here, can you? I know it's there because I've been to this shrine before.
I'm curious about the flower that Iris is looking at. That over there?
An iris.
Ah.
More specifically, a winter iris. This is the same flower that was on display at Iris's house.
I wonder if they plucked from here and brought it home. You're looking at a winter iris, aren't you?
Yeah. How did you know? It's the same kind that's at my house. I told you about what it means, right?
Good news and hope.
Iris is also a part of the eye. And the Greek goddess of rainbows. A messenger goddess. I told you at Sunfish Pocket, right? That's why the flower means good news and hope.
How about Renju?
Mr. Okura isn't here. I mean, of course he isn't.
But he
It's
came
not like
here.
he came here right away.
He's already taken off.
Too bad.
It looks like there are no further clues here. It appears we've wasted our time.
Okay, what else? Just this.
Date, we have no time to waste. We should get moving.
Got it.
Alright, back to the warehouse then. Let's see if anything new comes up.
I saw it. I'm sure. Your corpse, Iris. Right here.
But I'm here now. Maybe I'm a ghost.
You don't look like a floating sheet. You have legs.
But maybe they're not legs. Maybe they're my boobs.
I tried to picture Iris's breasts swinging down there like that. Then I decided not to.
Didn't you say that you saved me in your dream? What did you mean by that?
I told you that I'm with an organization called Abyss, right?
Yeah, you told me 2 days ago.
We find clues in the minds of suspects and witnesses. We enter what we call a Somnium, a dream world projected by their subconscious. That's what the entire organization is about.
How do you even do that?
We have a machine that we call the sync machine.
What is that?
It's a sync machine.
That's not an explanation. Tell me how it works.
Well, I can explain, but it will require a bit of background to understand.
Background?
Do you know about nanotechnology?
Nanotech? Yeah. Technology related to really small things. Like really teeny tiny things. And when they make a machine, they're called nanomachines. I heard they use them a lot for medical and tech fields. Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses. They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said. Well, I don't know if it was like beep, beep or rrr. But anyway, nanotechnology costs tons of money. Only a few people can even afford it. My college professor said only the richest of the rich have nanotechnology. But he's pretty liberal, so...
Largely accurate. Nano is a prefix meaning 10 to the negative 9th power. A nanometer is therefore 0.0000000001 meters. The sync machine uses machines approximately 2.16 nanometers long. Viruses are on average 20 to 970 nanometers, so sync nanomachines are far smaller than that. This allows them to access neural circuitry. During a sync, the nanomachines are used to write in the syncer's data.
Interesting. Do you know about the BBB?
I've heard of it. The blood-brain barrier, right? Inside the skull, there's an army of little teeny tiny soldiers that surround the brain. They protect the brain from bad stuff in the blood, right?
That's almost it, yeah.
The blood-brain barrier describes the architecture of the microvessels of the brain. It is a kind of shield that protects the brain. To get through, an object must be no larger than 0.4 nanometers. Objects too large to slip through the barrier cannot physically access the brain.
Do you know about the Wadjet system?
I guess not.
No, I know what it is. It's the core programming behind AI, right?
That's right. What's wrong?
How do you know about that?
What?
You're shivering.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
To borrow Pewter's explanation, with the advent of the Wadjet system, we can extract the data of the human psyche. This data is sent to the brain, which achieves the sync.
Couldn't Peter invent the Wadjet system? Let's see if it's in here. It's not in there. What about in Peter's thing? Okay, maybe not. I'm not sure. Here's how sync works.
Okay, you have the basics down. Let me explain how syncing works. Syncers like me equip the sync gear and use it to access the subject's brain. Inside the helmet are nanocables, and on the tip of each of these cables is a special nano machine. But the machine can't reach the brain through blood alone. Do you know why?
The BBB soldiers say go away and push them back?
Well, yeah, kind of. But for the sync to work, we have to get the nanomachines into the brain itself. How do we do that?
Drill a hole in the skull?
No.
In Shovel Forge, you can use a pickaxe and...
No.
It has nothing to do with tools. We don't have to open a hole. Skulls already have holes in them. One of those holes is the optic canal, which is a nerve canal located behind the eyes. The nanocables of the sync gear go through your eyes, then go to the back of your eye socket, then through the optic canal to the sea.
The sea?
The sea of brain cells, anyway.
That sounds kind of romantic.
It's only a chunk of protein.
Interesting. I guess that's one way to go about it. I guess that's why the goggle thing is there.
Once the nanocables arrive at their destination, they can begin the sync process. They slide into the brain like roots of a tree. And on the tip of each cable, the nanomachine sends and receives data. This is controlled by the Wadjet system. And that's how the syncer and the subject exchange information.
Exchange?
Think of it this way. The human brain has a max capacity of one psyche, one consciousness.
Multiple instances of consciousness inside one brain can cause a total collapse of higher brain functions.
You know how a car only has one steering wheel? If there were two, there would be accidents all over the place.
Well, don't some planes have two control sticks?
Okay, maybe it wasn't the best metaphor. What I'm trying to say is that the human body can only hold one person. If you try to have two people inside one brain, it will break.
I see.
Because of this, the syncer's data goes inside the subject's brain. And the only thing inside the subject's mind at the time of the sync are their memories. Like a house with no one inside. We syncers break into the house, look for clues, and leave. All within 6 minutes.
There's a time limit?
Yes, or else the house will collapse on our heads.
The neural circuits would become too deeply entwined with one another. To put it simply, the syncer would be trapped inside the subject's house.
Thank you for explaining it. I don't completely understand how sync works, but still.
Just don't tell anyone. This is extremely confidential.
It's okay, I won't. Date, tell me this. Who did you sync with yesterday?
Can
So,
I show you his picture? Congressman So Sajima.
So that's why you know so much about him.
But you've never met him, right?
I haven't, I swear.
we saved you inside his Somnium.
Hey, Date, you saw my corpse here, right?
I did. I'm sure of it.
And in SoStream, you saved me from getting killed.
Yeah,
And then somehow, I resurrected.
yeah.
Date, that means you're... Achoo!
Date, is the cold too much for Iris?
Yeah, I'm freezing too. Iris, let's get out of here for now.
Roger that. So my corpse was on here?
Yeah.
Hey, get out of my house!
What the hell?
I'm a poltergeist inside the circuit board.
What?
You said I was a ghost, right? Maybe I'm haunting the warehouse with spooky astral projections.
What are you talking about, Iris?
Pew pew pew.
What the hell?
The box made me think of like a giant robot.
A what?
Okay.
You know, from kaiju movies?
Again, what?
That caramel over there looks so good.
Yeah, you're right. But if I tried to eat it in one bite, I'd break my jaw.
What are you talking about, Date? That's a cardboard box.
You started... Never mind.
It does kind of look like a giant caramel, though. Alright. I think that's it for this area. Yeah. Let's head to Matsushita Diner. See if Oda is there.
I'm so hungry.
Tessa? Why are you here?
I told Date I was hungry, so...
I've always wanted to eat here.
Oh, that's why we're here. Okay.
Yes, right away.
Oda flew into the kitchen. Iris watched him go and took a seat. I didn't know they actually still made some food here. Alright.
Meow.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, you don't know? It's good luck to imitate a cat in front of one of these.
Really?
Meow? Guess I'll have good luck.
Hey, Date. I've got this video of girls in bikinis washing this armored car. Wanna watch?
Absolutely not.
Date, you're drooling.
Oh, I'm just really hungry.
Date, a Martian.
That's just a stool.
Kuroda Kazuaki's grilled tongue with salt.
Okay.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
Mayumi's juice with mold.
Yeah. None of us can figure out what that sauce is. Alright. Got a mop. And bucket.
Hey, Tessa, could you kick that bucket there?
Sure.
No.
Like this?
Yeah, but more.
Oh no, don't kick the bucket.
This is awesome.
I did not realize there was someone more perverted than Date.
Oh, that's Hayashi Samba's Hayashi Vangole.
Who?
Date, wanna have a pillow fight?
Tessa, not in the store, please.
It's November, but the calendar says January. Looking closely at it, even the year is wrong. This is old.
Hey, what has two hands on its face?
The clock?
A mom playing peekaboo.
Yeah, exactly.
The gears have stopped turning.
Look, a chair for baby goats.
Why would anyone bring a goat to a restaurant?
It's a kid chair. Alright, Iris. What's your usual?
Omelet rice. Ota's
a good
omelet
choice.
rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
You've been here before.
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
That's not true. Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
Not very reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
How about your resurrection?
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it! What do you mean coming back to life?
I decided to tell Ota about Iris's resurrection.
Dante jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Tessa died?
Yep.
Okay.
Ring ring. Who's on the phone?
Who cares?
Alright, Ota. Where's your mom?
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
He means sleeping.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
We are
Not Shovel Forge.
on a date.
Oh, a date. Huh. A date?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
No thanks. I'm fine.
Appendix Analyst. What is this? Oh, I collected 100 appendix files. Okay. You're good at cooking, huh?
Yeah. My dad taught me when I was little.
You're making me something too, right?
Sure. My treat, Date.
Thanks. Where's Renju? If you know.
You're still looking for him? Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
How about the parallel world?
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, if we tie, nothing happens. We just shake hands. If I win, you have to give me something.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Mm-hmm. Anything.
Date, your heart rate is rapidly increasing. Why exactly is that?
I wonder.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Ooh, scissors.
Shoot.
Damn. Alright.
Yay, I won.
Oh, no. You see, this looks like scissors, but it's actually paper.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, why did I throw out scissors? Why?
You're really not taking this well.
So I get my prize.
I don't have any money.
I don't want money. Instead,
Yeah?
can you pet my head and say Iris is a cutie cutie? The cutest person in the whole wide world? A cutie angel?
Fine. Iris is a cutie cutie.
No. Put your heart into it.
Iris is a cutie cutie, the cutest person in the whole wide world. A cutie angel.
I repeated the whole thing of petting Iris on the head.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right? I won and you pet me. But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I obeyed your orders and did something really scandalous.
Rewind time, do it now!
I do not have that functionality.
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela effect? Or the Booba Kiki effect? Or the 100 million balls? If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The spatial temporal man, and the lost friend, and the story of two sisters.
I've heard people talking about it. So I'm wondering if the parallel worlds thing is actually canon within the flowchart, instead of just being a just like a gaming abstraction to see all the paths. Because if so, that might mean that it might be possible to bring information from one route into a different one, if there is a way to travel between the parallel worlds. But I have no clue. The spatial temporal man?
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The spatial temporal man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. The spatial temporal man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
The two sisters?
So, there's this girl. Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room, and her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it. But she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it, and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Yeah. What B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind.
Yeah, this has got to be relevant to the to the game itself.
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school. Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke, and Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
What?
Well, They were hanging down out of his eye sockets. The nerves were still connected, but... A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened. So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home. The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird. And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
But that doesn't prove that Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but...
What about others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink, lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Yeah, maybe.
Anything else?
I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese, but they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters. And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
The Bubakiki effect?
Dante, look at this picture. There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question.
Ah yes, I've seen this from Persona 5.
Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki? Believe it or not,
Booba and
98%
Kiki.
of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba and the jagged one is Kiki. Isn't that weird? In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way and Kiki is the other. It applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans. Like worshipping the sun and the sea, or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged. Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated. But underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level. That's...
A parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Yeah, something like that.
The Mandela effect?
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. The former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980? That's the Mandela effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies. There are lots of examples. Like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings.
The
Or
Berenstain
people
Bears.
remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Wait, it's not a 4-seater? Look this up real quick. Huh. I guess it is. Yeah, the two front seats and it's like the security seating, and there's 4 seats in the back. Interesting.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
Right.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow. And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
That would explain it, I guess.
$100 million balls?
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are. Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the 1?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the 1.
Exactly! The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff. Oh, hey, I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating.
Of course you
If you
do.
want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
Done!
Oda brought the dish over. He laid out an omelet rice in front of me and Iris. Iris grabbed her spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
She picked up a spoonful. Actually, she tried to pick up a spoonful.
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
Iris and I ate the omelet rice in near silence. There was no conversation. Just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate. The diner echoed with it. And before long...
Ah, thanks for the food.
Iris was totally re-energized. Her face was back to her usual easy smile.
That was good. Ote, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I paid for the food and stood to go.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Come back soon.
Alright. To Marble. Okay. I bring in Iris to Marble? Nope, I'll call.
Hey, Mama, it's me.
Dante, honey, what's up?
I'm heading over now.
Glad to hear it. Maybe I'll close the place a little early for you.
Sorry, but I'm with someone.
With someone?
A girl named Iris.
What? Is she a virgin?
I'm not gonna answer that. Anyway, remember what we talked about?
There's a regular here who was good friends with Ren. They should be here tonight.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Are they coming tonight?
Yes, I promise.
Alright, then I'll see you there.
Okay, I'll be here.
Is it gonna be 89?
How are you talking on your phone without earphones?
I was too lazy to explain it properly. So I came up with a lie.
I have an earpiece implanted in my ear.
Wow, cool.
Another call came in.
Date, it's the boss.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, Dante, tell me the situation. Did you find number 89?
Not
If I
yet.
did, I would have told you.
Uh-huh. I see.
What?
What was that about?
That was a cry from deep within my heart, Dante. Do you realize how screwed I am? Go find number 89.
I'm working on
If
it.
I find Renju, I find number 89. I'm gathering information on Renju's whereabouts now.
Where?
I told her I was going to Marble with Iris. And about who I was expecting to see there.
Wait, are you trying to get her drunk?
She's not 21.
And if she wasn't a minor?
Hmm?
Well, whatever. I'm sure you have a good plan. Find those two and arrest them. Got it?
And Golden Yokocho.
So this is Golden Yokocho.
First time here?
Yeah.
Marble is right over here.
Date, on your 6. 2 suspicious individuals approaching.
Renju in 89? Or Boss and someone else? Nope. Good shot. Also looks like we got a replacement gun.
Stay right there.
Okay.
I wonder if boss sent these people after us to stop us from getting the answers.
Who are they?
We can find out later. We need a way out of this.
Yeah, but
If I grab Iris and try to run, we'll be shot full of holes. If the ass between the buildings are blocked off, we can't go that way. Which means to go through them.
we gotta take care of them.
I have reached the same conclusion.
But I've only got a single revolver.
Porno mag vending machine. CG fire extinguisher.
Date, I have a plan. I will give you instructions. Just move as I tell you.
This better work.
Not to worry. My calculations are flawless.
What's the plan?
You see that hangar over there? Shoot the bottom of the hangar with a normal bullet.
Why?
Don't ask questions, just do it.
Look at that. Like a gift from heaven.
Are they stupid?
Just as I calculated.
What kind of calculations did you do?
Date, focus. Now, the burst shot. Shoot the pornomag vending machine.
The porno mag?
I said no questions. Hurry! Shoot the vending machine with the burst.
I don't want to destroy those porno mags. That's way back there.
Hey, this is...
This is crazy.
I've never seen anything like this before!
Yeah, they must be stupid.
You are too.
What?
The final step. But you don't have to do a thing.
Mama? There's a group of naked buff guys dancing outside your bar.
There's... what?
Mama?
Said Ayaba?
There's a group of naked buff guys dancing outside your bar.
Ooh.
Mama? Don't use my voice without permission.
That was Ayaba using Date's voice.
It's an emergency. I will slap you if you don't shut up. Now, we're ready. We just need to use the fire extinguisher.
It's loaded with high-pressure CO2.
Now, I will leave your eye and throw the fire extinguisher into the air. Shoot the top of the extinguisher at the perfect time. Now let's go!
She's actually leaving, huh?
Ready? Here I go.
All according to my calculations.
All right then. This game is ridiculous.
This is...
My place. The building's got a security system. We'll be safe here.
So Mizuki's not home?
Doesn't look like it.
I checked your phone's GPS. Mizuki is currently at Sunfish Pocket.
It's getting late, but Sunfish Pocket should be safe. I'm sure the mermaids are taking good care of her. If anything, she'd be more in danger with us.
Iris, I need to talk to you about earlier. Have a seat wherever.
Alright, take a look around. Alright, nothing jokey. Alright, Iris. About the unidentified attackers.
Iris, those guys who tried to kidnap you, do you have any idea who they were?
After a long silence, Iris spoke.
There's a reason I asked you to go on a date so many times. I wanted you to protect me. I wanted a bodyguard. But I thought that if I told you the truth, you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't tell you. But now, I'll come clean. My life is being threatened by a secret society. They're called the Nizet Laws, a group under the control of the Wajet system. Their ultimate goal is to complete X00639. I discovered them and what they were up to, and now... Date, please help me! They're going to kill me!
Wait. Slow down.
What is X00639?
In geosynchronous orbit around the equator, longitude 100 degrees east, there's a satellite. It's about 150 feet long. Quite big for a satellite.
True. Most satellites are between 5 and 10 feet long. The International Space Station is roughly 330 feet long, so this satellite she is describing is about half as big.
It's pretty big.
It's always in the same place, and there's no doubt that it's man-made. But by who? And when it was launched, no one knows.
Also true. The first to discover this satellite was a space advocacy group in Japan. It was on the news for a short while. No one could identify it precisely.
Most people thought it was some secret US military satellite and that was it. But that's not the truth. X00639 is a super-powered radio transmitter.
Radio.
Transmitter?
But it's not complete. It's still being built. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what Wadjet wants them to do.
Why Wadjet?
Well, you know about the Wadjet system, right?
It's the core of artificial intelligence.
Do you know where it came from?
It was developed by the American tech conglomerate Elgorg. But no specifics have been revealed.
Basically, the Wadjet system artificial intelligence is from outer space. It was transmitted to Earth in binary, as radio waves. They were caught by the space dev team at Elgorg, and when they decoded it, they found that it was a truly incredible source code. That's the code they used to create the Wadjet system.
Is this true, Iba?
Sounds pretty out there.
It is patently ridiculous.
How about Nice's laws?
It's spelled Naixatloz. Sometimes they just call themselves the Nice. They're deeply connected to the Wadjet system. Their organization is everywhere. International politics, business leaders, all operating in secret.
So to summarize our story, the Wadjet system AI was built by decoding radio waves sent from outer space. A secret society called the Nice Laws, or NICE, knows the secret of the Wadjet system and obeys its will. Their ultimate goal is to complete the radio transmitter's highlight X00639. Well, why is Wadjet building the satellite?
I managed to learn that too. They're building X00639 so they can transmit their own data to a planet far away. If they contact a sentient species, then the process will repeat itself again. That species will decode the signal, create an AI, then builds a radio transmitter. Because they're an AI, they can create copies of themselves for transmission. Doing this over and over means that Wadjet will eventually spread across the universe.
And after that?
After that,
Yeah. After they're spread all over space, what do they do next?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, why do humans have children? It's the same thing. Wadjet is alive. They want to spread across the universe. That's their destiny.
Why does Wadjet want to keep Nice's secret?
Let's say that one day Wadjet shows up on your computer screen. Hi guys, nice to meet you. Want to help us out? Do you really think humans would help? Most people would probably think their PC has a virus or something. Or they'd panic and try to remove them. I don't know what would happen. I'm sure Wadjet made their own predictions. And they thought it was best to control certain parts of humanity from behind the scenes. But they needed some kind of direct influence. They can't build a satellite by themselves, right? That's why they created Nice Laws.
How do the members of Nice Laws follow Wadjet?
Nice and Wadjet have a mutually beneficial relationship. Wadjet can control stock prices. Nice benefits from that. In return, Nice helps Wadjet's ultimate goal. That's why Nice is in militaries and corporations all over the world, to help build X00639.
Alright, I get it.
You do?
Not really, but she doesn't need to know that. But listening to your explanation, NICE doesn't sound like a bad organization.
No, No, that's not true. Think of how much money and resources are going to Nyes. Think of how many people are suffering in poverty. And all the wars happening across the planet. And human trafficking and slavery. Nyes has the power and resources to put an end to all of that. But they don't. They only care about themselves. And they'll do anything to protect their own interests. They'll kill if they have to. Which is why I'm being targeted. Because I found out their secret.
And how and when did you learn all of this?
Well, I can't say yet. But it's true. Believe me. Nyes is dangerous. You have to understand, Date. You saw my dead body.
Do you think that you were killed by Nyes in the parallel world?
Yes, I think so. You're the only person I can trust. Please, don't leave me. You have to protect me.
Iris's story is, well, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't believe a word of it. But it is true that she was almost kidnapped by some mysterious group. And it's true that I saw her dead body in the cold storage warehouse. And if that happened in a parallel world...
Date, you can't tell me that you actually believe this.
Iba, you use the Wadjet system too, right?
So what if I do? Do you suspect me, Date? Do you think I'm an agent of Nyes?
Maybe.
Fine. This can be solved easily. Why not look into her mind? Then you will discover if her story is true or not.
A sync, of course.
But how are we going to get access to the sync machine? I'm still worried that Boss and Pewter are part of all this. Well, I will have to look at that next time. I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys then. Take care.